Hey guys, so let's talk about Donald Trump. How does he affect the Philippine markets? If you are investing in Philippine stocks, how does this affect your portfolio? Will it bring more volatility? What should your approach be to this? If you want to know more, check this video out. Hi everyone, so this is Marvin Germo. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe and smash that bell so you get updated every time I come up with new content about the stock market. I just have one goal. I just want you guys to be educated. I want you to get the right rudiments on how you can win and how you can trade the markets with confidence, because it can be done. The stock market is still one of the greatest ways for you to make your money grow over a stretched period of time, and if you know what you're getting into. So enjoy the rest of the video. Hey guys, so I just landed in Seoul, Korea, South Korea just a few hours ago. I'm here at the Seoul station area. I just rode the Airport Express. We're spending Christmas here with the family. I'm the first one to arrive. My parents are arriving, I think, in a few hours. Then my wife's arriving tomorrow or leaving tomorrow. Then my brother's also coming over the weekend. So I wanted to share, when before I left kanina, I was at the airport. Then news broke out that Trump was impeached. Basically, when I say he was impeached by Congress. So similar to the Philippines, they have congressmen, and they also have senators as well. So as you all know, there's more congressmen than senators, similar to the setup here in the Philippines. So what happened today was Congress impeached him. So the process there is basically this. After he gets impeached, it will go to the Senate, and then the senators will have to uphold it, or which means if it gets upheld, he will be already impeached and he will no longer be president, or similar to what happened to Clinton. Trump, by the way, is the third person in office that got impeached. Clinton, similar, he got impeached in Congress, but in Senate, he won. That's why he was able to ride out his term. Please remember, Trump will finish his term as president by next year, because they will have another election again by next year. He's just on his first term as president. So that being said, what's gonna happen? It's gonna go to the Senate. The difference, though, is this. That's why a lot of people are saying that this will not pass. A lot of people are saying that this is something that will be short-lived, because basically the Democrats are leading, or they have the numbers in Congress. However, in the Senate, it's the Republicans whom Trump is aligned who holds the majority. So similar to the voting that happened in Congress, all of the Republicans did not vote in favor of Trump being impeached. Now we're in the Senate, where the senators are mostly Republican. There's a big chance that this won't progress. That's why a lot of people are saying that this is just a waste of time, because it will not proceed. Nothing will happen to it. It will not go as what a lot of people are planning as well. Now, before even all of this happened, also, what I want to share with you is this. For those who've been following the narrative of the trade war, please remember, one of the things that have caused investors to shy away over the past few months, or even up at a certain point last year, was basically the trade war. China versus US. China kept slapping, the US kept slapping tariffs on China. China would retaliate. So, back and forth. But there's been a lot of good development over the past few days, where they said that the US would ease on the tariffs, and China also placed an olive branch, that they were one of the first people to say that, okay, we're removing tariffs on this. So China did that. The US also softened its stance on its tariffs. So people are saying that this is a good sign in terms of the trade war, that instead of it getting worse, it's actually getting better. And please remember, the trade war placed a shroud of uncertainty into a lot of people investing. That's why even if you look at tech stocks here in the Philippines, you look at tech, you look at IMI, those stocks are massively down. And please remember also that it may be China against US, but we export a lot to the US also, and we export a lot also to China. So we're virtually hit as well. And it's not just being part of the economy that we're part of a large global economy. It's sentiment. People, when things like this happen, are risk off. That being said, a few days ago, it was turning around already. Things were getting better already. That's why people were more optimistic on the markets already. However, this places another boom wrench into whatever positivity that there could have been, based on based on the trade war scenario, this would displace also, I guess, a shroud, something that people did not expect that could possibly happen as well. So you have that, and here's the thing: when news about the trade war broke that it was getting better, you saw stocks in the region, close to the Philippines, Southeast Asia. Most of them were up. The thing about that is this: well, they were up based on the news, based on the sentiment of what was happening, the positive news brought about by the trade war. The Philippine markets were pretty much down. Why am I saying this? The Philippine markets were pretty much down based on what's happening naman domestically. You have to remember, I made so many videos about it. The trigger now for why the market is not going anywhere is basically this: Ayala Corp is down, DMC is down, Manila is down, Manila Water is down. It's basically because of the water crisis that we're having, and the current administration going up against all of the water concessionaires, which is dragging the markets down. Please remember also, a few days ago, that Manila Water hit almost 5 pesos per share. A few days ago also, MPI hit 2.6 pesos per share. So there's a sense of people wanting to be in cash. There's a sense of people flying to safety. There's a sense of people wanting to see first what will happen. And now it started to rebound already. Please remember this also. One of the reasons why they're rebounding is pretty much they're oversold. Oversold stocks tend to be a room for a lot of people who want to bargain hunt as well. Because please remember this. And I kept saying this in a lot of the videos that I created. MPI at 4.5 was already very cheap. How much more 2.6? Manila Water is a very, very defensive company. The only reason why they're down was because of the news that was happening as well. And I also mentioned this, that a lot of people are a bit hesitant also because what may happen to Meralco, what may happen to the energy sector based on what the government is doing. So there. The reason why I'm saying this is the reason why the market really isn't moving up. The reason why the market pushed lower still in spite of better news from the trade war. Basically, of what's happening on the domestic front. Now, that being said, that the domestic front had a glimmer of hope already, that there was a disclosure that Manila Water, Manila would still be the concessionaires. They just needed to change the terms of the deal for it to actually get better, and it will be favorable to the government. That's when you have this wrench brought about by the scenario of Donald Trump. So here's the thing. From a chart perspective, I've been very, very consistent about this. I've been saying that the market is still sideways, and the larger context of the market is 8.1 is your resistance, 7.4 is your broader support. As long as we don't break out from 8.1, we're not going to go higher. And as long as 7.4 will hold its ground, we will just move in that direction. But if you place it from a shorter perspective, I believe there's a support 7.7, there's a resistance at 7.9, and it will just also oscillate at those levels. If we fail to break from the 7.9 level, we will just go to 7.7. Because please remember this, as long as there's uncertainty abroad, and then you add uncertainty also here in the Philippines, it will be harder for foreigners to actually want to buy our markets higher. It will be harder for funds, it will be harder for institutions to buy us at higher valuations as well. So the only reason why we're not falling massively is because when we drop, there are people who are bargain hunting, especially for companies that are relatively cheap already. So that could be your narrative. You watch out for the charts because no one also can speculate what will happen. Or there could be a curveball also that the Republicans may dominate what's happening in the Senate. But what if Trump loses? What if he gets impeached? This is something that people, I guess, when you entered 2019, this is something that people did not predict. This is something that people never thought could possibly happen. So if there's one thing that I keep saying, and I keep saying this over and over and over, investors don't like uncertainty. Investors don't like not having the ability to know what will happen. Investors don't like the fear of, they don't like the unknown. It's the fear of the unknown that causes people to shy away. It's the fear of the unknown that causes people to just tend to move investments into something that's either a better company that has lesser risk, a better market that has lesser risk, or just basically put it in fixed income as well. Please remember this, and I keep saying this over and over. Large institutions are okay with smaller gains that they can predict as compared to something that they cannot predict, because they have to also defend their positions to whoever their shareholders are, to whoever their clients are of the fund. So I forgot to mention this, that in the US, the economy of the US is relatively better since Trump was there. jobs are better. They kept there's more people having the ability to spend more as well. Please remember, the economy is made by one man's spending is another man's earning, and if there's more people who have jobs, it makes their economy more robust as well. I believe they're better now than where they were 10 years ago. The stock market also has been hitting all-time highs for the US markets. So S&P 500, the Dow Jones, the Dow Jones Industrial Index, they've all been doing so well. The market kept getting better and better and better and better. That's why a lot of people are saying that this won't last, because people are enjoying what's happening in the US right now, that they're having such great economic milestones, something that they did not have more than 10 years ago. Please remember, we're more than 10 years detached already from the 2008 financial crisis, and a lot of people are liking what they're seeing as well. So let's see. And that's why people are also, I forgot to mention this, a lot of people are begging that if Trump will run, and then this impeachment does not progress, Trump runs, he wins, because people are enjoying the good economy that they're having. Because please remember, if people are earning more, it's harder for them to complain. If people are earning more, it allows them to just focus on their jobs and not be political as much. So I guess that's it. As this progresses over the next few weeks and months, rest assured I'll keep you updated should there be any shift, should be any move. But as of this time pa lang, all I can say is the moves that you're seeing right now is relatively political. Their stock market was hitting all-time highs. Our market, though, is still hitting sideways. So reference what's happening in the markets abroad, and reference what's happening also in our markets as well, because that will be your peg on how you can actually position and trade those markets as well. So I guess that's it. I'm gonna be here in Seoul over the next few days, and expect more and more videos here. I'm gonna make content wherever I am, and that's been my goal, that's been my narrative, to create as much content for you guys as possible wherever I am, so that I don't know, I just really want to see more Filipinos be updated, and they get to decide with the right data, so they get to win. You get to do the things that you want also, that you are not basing your trades based on emotion, or you're not just gonna buy out of excitement, or you're not gonna sell out of fear as well. So please don't be scared of what's happening in US markets. The best way for you to be able to win is to base it on the data, trade from the technicals and or the fundamentals as well. And please be selective, because there will be certain stocks still that won't fundamentally be affected by what's happening overseas, or what's happening in the US market. So that's it for now. Merry Christmas to you guys. I hope that this year is one of your greatest years yet, and I really hope that next year you will have even a brighter and bigger tomorrow as well. And I hope that you guys keep on investing and you keep reaching for your goals of financial freedom. So this is Marvin Germo from Seoul, Korea. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.